In this tutorial, I have already created images and index file, and we have style CSS file as well. And this you have to make sure that you have in your folder. And within my images, I have background image and also the logo, which is in form of image. So I will start with the index HTML, that is. So to do that, please just press Shift +1 and it will open this template here. Now we have title here. You can replace the title with whatever the name you need to use for your website. In my case, I'm using Suri ICT. Now I have to link my index HTML file to my style CSS. This is how exactly you need to link to make sure they are linked. Now from there, I need to move straight to my body. That's where I have to enter the content of my website. Remember, I'm building a homepage of a simple portfolio website. So from here, I will introduce ID, that is header. Then from here, I have to go to my style CSS, and I have to make sure that I have this, that is a margin. I'll have margin that is 0, and I'll also have to enter the padding, which is also 0, and I'll also have to have my font family here, that is I will use Arial, something Arial, that is Arial sans serif. I'll use this one. Now from there, I will have to save. Make sure you save. You can Control S on your keyboard. So I'll make sure I also have this what we call box sizing, and I'll give it a border box. Thereafter, you have to save Control S. Then let's go back to our HTML. Now that is, we move to our body. So we need our body to have text should be white, and also the background here we will want our background to be black. So I'm going to work with the background of my body. Background will be black. I'll work with the background color. I'll choose black. The color of my text, I'm choosing white. Then I'll have to save. Then go back to my HTML file. I have to work on this header. Remember, it is an ID, so I will introduce hash simple, then type header. Inside this header, I will introduce width, which we shall have 100%. Our height will be 100 VH, and our background image, I already have my background image, so I'll type image like that. Then I'll choose my image from here. I have a background image already. Then background size, I'll say cover. The background position will be center. So from there, I have to save. Make sure you save. I'll try to open my browser and see. Right click, then open with my Chrome browser. So you see already I have my background image. Also the background of this is black. So I have to go back to my HTML and below that I'll have to introduce another class, which is container. So within that class I have to introduce nav, and inside this I have to introduce my logo. I have to make sure I have my logo. It is in form of image, so I'll try images, then is search attribute, then I'll choose my logo from here. Then also have to introduce a class. I will call it logo. Now I have to introduce my links. That is what we call list. I'll introduce my list here. That is, I'll introduce URL tags. So I'll introduce my links here. And one will be about. A third one, I'll introduce services. Fourth one, I will have a portfolio page link here. Then the last one, contacts. And I'll have to save. Now let me go to my style CSS. I need to apply my style CSS on this container class. So because it's a class, I will begin with dot container. And I will make sure that I have a padding top. That is yes. Then I'm going to save it again. I'm going back to my nav here. I also have to apply my style CSS to this nav. It will be nav. So I will introduce display should be flex. Then align items center. Justify content space between flex wrap. I choose wrap. Then from here I have to save. Then go back to my HTML. We have a class here which is our logo here. So I'm opening my HTML file again. So I'll introduce logo because it is a class. Then I will give a width of I will use 120 pixels. I think that is okay. Have to save. Then try going to my browser, refresh your browser. See, we have our links on the other side. Then we have our logo on the other side. So this is very interesting. Now I have to check on my HTML file. We have these lists, and I will go back to my style CSS file, URL li, then open display display will be inline block. List style, to remove the, I'll say none, so that we will not have those dots there. Margin will be 10 pixel and 20 pixel. Now let's open our browser and refresh it. Okay, now we need to make this one, we need to give a different color, at least white color, and remove the underline. So I'm going to open my program again, my editor program. So this is where I'm going to focus. I will introduce nav ul li. Inside here I will say color, the text color, I will choose white. I will say text decoration, I will say none, like this. Font size, I will give it around 18 pixel. Now make sure that you save, then you refresh your browse. Now see it's now white, you can be able to see them. Now I need to apply hover effect over it. Now I will continue with the nav ul li, then introduce hover. I'm not seeing it here, somewhere here. Let me scroll. Okay, it's here. Now open, say color. I will pick color red. Whenever you place over it, you place your cursor over it, it will have this effect of reddish color, red color, that is. I will introduce transition, that is. Transition I will give like 0.4. I'll work with 0.5. Can choose ease out or ease in, but I'm working with 0.5, that is. Then I'll have to save, then go back to my browser, and then refresh. You see this hover effect is being felt. Now this is very interesting. Let me go back to my HTML. Down here I need to introduce another class, and that will be header text. So I will type div class attribute, then inside here, inside this quote, I will introduce header text. Then I will give paragraph 1. That is a paragraph. That is a p tag, like this. Then I will type something here. I'll say web designer. Then below it I have to introduce a heading 1 tag. Heading 1. Then I will say something here. Hi, I am Kelvin Suri from Kenya. Hi, I am Kelvin Suri from Kenya. I will save, then open my browser, refresh it, boom. This is how it will look like. Let me go back again. I'll have to introduce some style CSS to my header text. Let me introduce span because I'll have to give Suri. This Suri will give a different color, so I have to introduce span like that. Then I have to break this. I will have to break this sentence. So from will begin below it. So I'll use to have this tag called beer. Now let me refresh. Boom, it is here. Now it looks a bit looks good than before. Let me introduce style CSS to this header class. This class header text. I'll open my style CSS here. Then I'll say dot, because it's a class, dot header text. Margin, I'll say margin top. That is 20. I'll give 20. I'll say margin top 20%. That is okay. Font size of that particular font size text. Okay, font size I'll give 20 pixels. I think that is okay. Then I will save. Go back to my, then I have another heading one here. So I'm going to apply some style CSS here. I will say dot header text heading 1, header text h1, font size. I'm giving to that heading 1, I'm giving a font size of 40 pixels. Then margin top, I'll work with the 20 pixels. I will save. That's Control S, open my browser. It's okay, now looks good. Looks more interesting. Okay, I have now to apply style CSS to these. We have span here, which I need to give a different color to this name Suri. Now I'll open my style CSS. Then I'll introduce dot header text span text h1 span. Now color will be red. I'll pick color red. That's okay. So I have to save, then refresh my browser to confirm if this has applied. Okay, now you see it has applied. This is a home page.